So I came up with the things that I felt were, how did Drucker get in that position where he was just so far ahead of everybody else, besides this future orientation? That's part of it. So these are my suggestions to people. I flesh it out in the book. Number one is you diversify your efforts and outputs. If you follow Drucker much, you know that he published in a tremendous, besides all the books, 39, 40, whatever books, he published in a number of different publications: Harvard Business Review, Atlantic, Forbes, Fortune. It went on and on and on. Wall Street Journal, 20 years as a columnist for the Wall Street Journal. So what somebody might not have seen in one publication, they would see in another. You develop a powerful personal brand. He might not have been crazy about this personal branding, thing in relation to him or even as a concept, but it's true. As you know, just rightly or wrongly, for so many of us, we're all knowledge, Drucker's term, knowledge workers. That's what all of us are here in this room. And rightly or wrongly, the concept of the personal brand, it just holds. For Drucker, obviously, a lot went into that. Integrity as a base, certainly. Hopefully that's part of our personal brand. So that's one part of it as well. Another part is maintaining a global outlook and worldview. In that video that I showed in 2011, I was asking him about updating that classic book from 1967, The Effective Executive. And I said, well, what about all the changes in the years of things like telecommunications? And he said that was important. He said, but maintaining a global worldview and outlook was more important than that. Really thinking globally. Drucker was born in Austria, went to college and grad school in Germany, then lived in England, then came to the United States. Every summer would do European and Asian, lecture tours. So he certainly thought in that way, and I felt that was a big part of his success. The whole idea of remaining relevant. So here's a guy, 92 years old, and still publishing in the Harvard Business Review, still relevant. In a highly technological era, people still wanted to know what this 92-year-old man had to say, and we still do. We still do. 8+ years after his death, his work still speaks to so many of us. So, how do we remain relevant? And again, that's part of that are things that, you have to develop on your own, obviously, but I explained it a little bit more in the book.